inspiration from each other. We all get inspiration off of an idea that already was in existence, and we kind of just put our own spin on it sometimes, and that creates something new entirely of itself. So I guess it just depends on like how a person sees it or how a person wants to like run with it or which direction they want to go.
So allow me to ask you this, right? It's a two-part question.
Okay.
So back in our time, the 80s and 90s, well, we 90s baby, we saw some 80s anime, I know we did.
Yeah.
Who would you say were the big three in our time coming up?
That's a good question.
Mhm.
And there were so many.
Mhm.
I mean, does Dragon Ball count?
No, it does, but whatever the franchise is, what would you
Okay.
say is the big three of our era,
Okay.
of the 90s, for the 90s babies?
Definitely Dragon Ball's up there.
Okay.
For the girls, I would say Sailor Moon.
Okay.
And
Shout out Diana. No, let me start your hair.
And then, man, that third spot,
Tough.
yeah,
No, give us one.
because there were so many good ones. I want to say, I'm trying to name one I haven't named already.
No, you can name it if it's part of that big three in your perspective.
Okay.
This is your perspective. Fuck what they got to think. But you got Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, and what do you think the third one is?
I'm gonna have to put Mobile Suit Gundam in
Okay,
there.
there we go. So the reason why I asked that, those big three, we'll use that as a base. What would you say the big three now is?
Well, One Piece,
Okay.
technically, because it's been around, but it's still
For the longest.
new.
So some people still learning Ace died, spoiler if you haven't seen it. And he's been dead for like 20 years, but One Piece?
Yeah, it's like 1,000+ episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take a while to catch up on. You gotta binge watch that in your free time.
Mm-hmm.
So One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw JJK Jujutsu Kaisen out
Okay.
there, and third spot. I guess since Bleach just came back, I'm gonna throw Bleach in there.
I'll take that. So do you think the new generation is really keeping up? And regardless if this is your big three, they fall into a category in generation. Do you think today's big three is really keeping up with the big three that you just mentioned, that generation?
I would say in certain aspects, yes, but then in other aspects, as far as from the nostalgia standpoint,
Okay.
not as much.
Anyway, let me start. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because like it's like the OGs are like always gonna be the OGs. Like you can get inspiration from those. You can go back. It's a classic. Like you can go back and watch it over and over again and get that sense of nostalgia all over again.